With the release of the Final Dawn, you'll be able to explore 3 new areas of Varlamore.
Okay.
The Tlati Rainforest, the Auburn Valley, and the Custodia Pass.
Yes, ma'am.
With these new areas, you'll have access to all of mainland Varlamore, meaning you'll now be able to journey all the way from the capital of Fortis to the border with the Kebos Lowlands.
How dare you?
Alongside these new areas to explore, we have a huge range of new gameplay additions across questing, PVM, and skilling. As for PVM, we have something never before seen in Old School.
What is?
An enrage boss.
Ooh.
Known only as the Doom of Mokiotl.
Oh, how dare you.
This boss, initially, seems like any other. However, upon death, you'll have a choice. You can either leave with your loot, or instead, you can fight a tougher version of this foe. You can repeat this as many times as you like, with the boss becoming increasingly more challenging, and the rewards increasingly more lucrative.
Ooh.
How far do you think you can go?
So let's talk bosses. We've just seen one mentioned in the video, and I feel like all of the bosses in Varlamore are just making it as hard to pronounce as possible, especially for me right now, and I've got to say it. The Doom of Mokiotl, which is the first enrage boss coming to Old School.
Good,
Yeah.
actually,
Do you want to give it a go?
I mean, I could just copy what you said, but I can't remember how you pronounced it. The Doom of the Mokiotl.
That's good.
I don't know.
The macchiato. Come on, bro.
All right, so first enrage
Idiots.
boss. Can you tell us more about what that is? What is an enrage boss? Why should anyone care?
So it's the very basic idea of it is that, normally you go kill a boss, it dies, you collect your loot, hooray, and then you'll probably kill it again. With an enraged boss, it's a little bit different. You kill the boss, it dies, but rather than just collecting your loot and either heading off or choosing to fight it again, you instead are presented with a bit of a different choice. You can still do that. You could pick up your loot and then either, like I say, leave or just fight the boss again at the same difficulty. Or you can choose to not collect your loot and instead revive the boss at a higher difficulty level and fight it again. And after it dies that time, it will drop loot, and it probably will drop a little bit more loot because you fought a slightly harder version. And you presented that same choice again, and again, and again, and again. And you can keep going for, as long as you want, but as long as you can might be a better way of sort of saying it. Like the enrage level will continue to increase if you want it to. Every single time you kill it, you have that option to fight that harder version, and as such, the loot will keep getting bigger and bigger. But obviously, if you die, that's it, all gone. So that's sort of like the basic idea of it. It's
a cool idea.
It's you kind of I guess control the difficulty a bit, but the big thing about these bosses, it's about sort of like challenges to see how far you can go. Like obviously the loot is very important, always very nice, but with bosses like this, it almost sort of becomes more about like what enrage level can you hit. Like there's normally some sort of like counter of sort of like measure of what enraged level you're at. It's like how high can you push that? It sort of thing becomes really important. And we've never done anything quite like this in Old School before. We've had sort of like, I guess, adjacent systems of like controlling a difficulty, but this is something a little bit different, something that really quite excited to bring to Old School because it's just that it's not something we've ever done before. Like variety is super important, and we've done a lot of bosses. I think quite a few of them are probably quite good, but it's important to, offer something different, and that's sort of what we're going for here, something that we've not really done before.
Awesome. I really like the sound of it. Quick question before I ask the next one. Is it going to be, or do you know yet, will it be solo or group boss?
Well, I think it's probably going to be a solo boss, this one. It makes the enrage system a bit more controllable, especially with it being the first one we've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oda, skip this part. This is not a YouTube video, dumbass. This is not a YouTube video.